All right, guys, welcome to my course. In this video, I'm going to be talking about greed. So greed is something that a lot of traders deal with, especially me in my early times. Probably was one of the first things that came up. So in this sequence, I'm going to talk about greed, I'm going to talk about fear, I'm going to talk about revenge trading, right? So those are the three things that pretty much just those are the three things stopping me from being successful in the market, right? And once I dealt with those three things, then that's when I started getting some results, right? So the first thing was being greed. Um, I remember when I opened my first account, I heard about Forex on I'll give you guys the exact date actually. I heard about Forex on I think March 4th, 2018, 2019. And then on March 6th, 2019 was when I opened my first account. And then so pretty much I opened it 2 days later. And when I opened it, it was also NFP day, right? So I didn't know anything about NFP. I was starting my first account. So I pretty much blew my account by 9:30 a.m. So you know what NFP is at 8:30. So by 9:30 it was gone. So there's that. And the reason it was gone because first I didn't know what I was doing. Second, I thought a dollar was a lot. Like I thought one lot was $1. So I'm like, oh, what? I'm only risking $1. Well, yeah, might as well. So yeah, that's what happened. So then that's kind of how it started with greed. I was always like greedy, not greedy, but like I've always when I started Forex, I started off like the greedy side. Like I was very greedy. My first couple of trades, my first couple of accounts, I look at the lot size. I go back up to the lot size. They're all like 1.0 per 300 or 1.0 per like 250. That's the lowest you can go, I think, or I think something like that. But they're all 1.0s. That every time I got to every time I flipped the account from 300 to 600, I did a 2.0 now. And then at one point I did 3.0 with a $1,000 account, which is something you shouldn't risk, right? Because you'll be risking more than like half of your account, right? And you're usually only supposed to risk I risk like 1 to 5% of your account. But that's how it kind of all started with me and greed. It was something that took me a while to learn, and it was also a very expensive lesson. That's why I'm telling you guys right now in this video, do not be greedy. Do not try to get rich fast, because Forex, if you guys may know, it's not like a get rich quick scheme. Because I remember when I made $300 a day, right? And that was like my first $300 a day. And I was like, wow, it made me pretty happy because like, wow, I made $300 in my chair, like I did it in my bed, right? And now you gotta think to yourself, like, I had to humble myself out because I was like, when did I ever make $300 at work within a day? You know, that's like probably a paycheck per week for me, right? $300 per week. That's pretty much a one paycheck for me. So I made that in one day, in like an hour to be exact. So you gotta think to yourself, like, you gotta put yourself back to reality, like back to where you came from. You gotta be like, when ever make $300 per day. So that's how greed kind of helped me. I just had to think about that, and also the rest is pretty much fear and revenge trading, which I'll talk about later. But greed was a huge thing, and also I guess I'll put this in this topic as well. It was also over trading. So you don't want to over trade in the market because, like, so think about it this way. Let's say you rob a bank. Yeah, I don't rob banks, but let's say you rob a bank. When you rob a bank and you go in and get your stuff, you try to get out as quick as you can, because once you break into that bank, the cops are coming after you. So you gotta be quick. Take the market. Once you open up the market, you gotta be quick. You gotta go in, get your stuff, and leave. Because if you don't leave, the market was the cops are gonna come after you, which is the market. They're gonna come after you. So that's why I'm telling people not to overtrade. I went from entering, I think, about 20 trades per week to 20, 30 trades per week. So, yeah, 20, 30 trades per week to about 7, 8 trades per week now. So I enter like about 1 or 2 trades per day max, right? I just go in and get out. And that's the thing. You cash your pips and you just get out. Make sure you have a target, like a TP. Once you hit that TP, you hit it and you're done for the day. Call that a day, and there'll be more opportunities tomorrow, because you gotta think about it. There will always be opportunities in the market. I will bet you, I promise this, I will bet you guys, everyone who signed up for this course, if the market closes tomorrow, I will give all your money back. I swear to God. If the market is not, if Forex is not going to be available tomorrow, I will refund all of you guys. All right. I swear to you guys, the market will always be here. It will be here 5 days a week, from Monday to Friday, 24/7. All right. So, not including weekends, of course, but I promise you, from every Monday to Friday, there will always be the market. The market will always be open. So I bet any of you guys money that the market will be open. So don't think like, oh my god, this is the last move. I gotta catch the last move I gotta catch the last move for GJ. If I miss this move, I like people think that it's like the move of a century. Like people think that, let's say, you know how some days you have gold just shooting up like 200 pips. People miss those days and they're like, damn, that was a move of the century. But that happens like every couple of weeks. Like, just wait for it. Like, be patient. Like, you don't have to rush anything. Like, you don't got to chase anything. Don't chase the market. Just trade what the market gives you, and like, But there's that, and then pretty much that's all I got for greed. Just first, don't over leverage. Don't use big lots. Don't try to get your money quick. And second, please don't overtrade, because when you overtrade, that's when greed kicks in. And because like, so let's say you enter the market and you take your profits, and after you see another setup, you enter that, and like you're gonna keep seeing subs, and you're gonna keep entering, because you're gonna see you're gonna think like, oh, I'm gonna make more money. But if you think about it, the more subs that you enter, the more risk that you're taking, because you're risking more of like your account now. Like taking like 1 or 2 trades per day to like taking like 6, 7, 8 trades per day, you're risking your account like an extra 6 times for no reason, right? So just risk your account a limited times per day, go in the market, cash your pips, and leave. And that's like my biggest tip for you guys. Don't over leverage and don't over trade. And those 2 things, I promise you, once you get that stuff figured out, it's gonna help you. Because I've dealt with greed for like half of my time trading. So half of my time I was trading, I dealt with greed. But once I figured, like, that was the turning point of my trading career was greed. So once I figured a greed out, I was like, all right, I'm good. And I started becoming more profitable. I started like making more withdrawals, because I took the money and I took it to myself, and I didn't give it back to the market. And that's what usually people do. They take the money and they give it back to the market for no reason, just because they want to make more and more and more and more. You can make more tomorrow. You can make more next week. You can always make more in the market. So don't be greedy. All right. That's all I got for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video.